Hey guys, this is the Apostate of Allah. Welcome back to my channel. Just curious, are any of you guys familiar with the saying, first the Saturday people, then the Sunday people? It essentially means first the Jews, then the Christians. And of course, it's going to be on the topic of Islam, so you know it ain't something that's cute and cool and nice and cuddly and sweet. We know this is violent, that's just the way that it is, okay? And we also know that there is a war going on in Gaza and how Israel just really got to defend itself, right? And how there's a charter by the evil Hamas people, okay? They're not good hummus either. It's like whoever's been doing the chickpeas, soaking them, didn't soak it long enough. They put too much lemon juice. It's nasty, okay? And they had a charter. And then in 2017, they decided on fooling people who don't know a thing at all, by removing the hadith on, hey, Muslims, there is a Jew behind me. Come at him. You know, that one, very common if you've been around. And you want to know, where did these people get this hadith? Where do these people have such a hatred for the Jewish people? And is it really only the Jewish people? It's really not. It's Christians too. They don't like the Christians. They don't like the Jews. And I'm going to read two hadiths. One that involves Jewish people and the other Christians, okay? And Jews. Because it's like, I have a theory that Muhammad's hatred has to do with who hurt his feelings first, okay? Muhammad was very sure that the Jews got his back because, whatever. And then they ended up saying, nah, bro. And then he ended up hating the Jews. And then he was like, yo, at least I got them Christians. And they were like, nah, bro. And now he hates them. The initial rejection came from the Jews. So I'm guessing this is something that he really should have needed seen a therapist for. But I digress. I am going to do two things. I'm going to read the hadiths. And then I'm going to have a very dramatic sheikh say something. And this is very familiar to Muslims. This is something you've been taught. People who grew up not Muslims will probably be like, what? But for me, I'm like, yeah, this is something that's common amongst Muslim households. Going to khutbahs and mosques on Fridays. This is the stuff that you hear. So here we go. Let's get started. Abu Huraira reported Allah's Messenger as saying, the last hour would not come unless the Muslims will fight against the Jews, and the Muslims will them until the Jews would hide themselves behind a stone or a tree, and a stone or a tree would say, Muslim, or the servant of Allah, there is a Jew behind me, come and him. But the tree Gargat would not say, for it is the tree of the Jews. This is a hadith that has been reported so many times, over and over throughout the hadith collections. Narrated by Abu Huraira. Suhail ibn Abu Salih said, I went out with my father to Syria. The people passed by the cloisters in which there were Christians and began to salute them. My father said, do not give them salutation first, for Abu Huraira reported the Messenger of Allah as saying, do not salute them, Jews and Christians, first. And when you meet them on the road, force them to go to the narrowest part of it. The narrowest, so you're supposed to humiliate them. Do not give them salam first, and you're supposed to push them aside. It's a form of humiliation. And under an Islamic society, an Islamic nation, under Sharia law, Christians and Jews are second-class citizens. They are dhimmis.
خلاص يبقوا حبايبنا لا طبعا، عمرهم ما هيبقوا حبايبنا اطلاقا. اليهود كفار، ليس لانني اقول ذلك وليس لانهم يقتلون المسلمين، ولكن لان الله قال: وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله، وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله، ذلك قولهم بافواههم يضاهئون قول الذين كفروا من قبل قاتلهم الله أنى يؤفكون. فالذي كفرهم الله.
Okay, there's two things in that little beginning of that clip. First thing is, oh, we don't just hate them because of land, we hate them because of Allah said so. So when you hear somebody be like, oh, just give them their land and they're this, this is what they're doing, this is why they're the resistance. No, that's not true. Okay? And this sheikh said so, and it's because Allah said so. Second thing, I have yet to find a Jew who calls Ezra the son of God. Uzair the son of God. I have yet to see it. Listen, if you are a Jew and watching this, please let me know if you worship this man as the son of Allah. Okay? Let's continue on.
عقيدتك في اليهود: واحد انهم كفار، اتنين انهم اعداء، مش اعداء عشان يحتلوا فلسطين، وانما هم اعداء ولو لم يحتلوا شيئا. قال سبحانه: لتجدن اشد الناس عداوة للذين كفروا اليهود والذين اشركوا.
Enemies. It doesn't matter that they're occupying Palestine. They are just enemies. He said it. They just have a deep hatred for these people. Let's continue. He has other reasons.
3. عقيدتك في اليهود انهم لن يكفوا عن قتالنا وقتلنا، ليس من اجل الارض والامان كما يزعمون، وانما من اجل الدين. ولا يزالون يقاتلونكم حتى يردوكم عن دينكم إن استطاعوا.
And here's some brainwashing without a lick of truth. Look, they're killing the Muslimin and they're claiming it's for land. But it's not, it's for their religion. This is the type of propaganda that's being fed when you're a small Muslim child raised around other Muslims. And Islam's not a religion where you're encouraged to go learn and study and fact check. And then if anything contradicts Islam, it's a oh, this was created by the Yahud. Don't listen to this. Or they purposefully change the truth so they don't, because they know Islam is true, but their hearts are diseased. Let's continue.
هي دي انه ينبغي ان نعتقد عقيدتك في اليهود ان القتال معهم دائم ولن ينتهي حتى القتال الاخير. ودي الرابعة في عقيدتك في اليهود انهم سنقاتلهم وسنهزمهم وسنستأصل شأفتهم فلا يعود على ظهر الارض يهودي واحد.
What? Huh? What is this? What does he say? I was told the Islam was a religion of peace. What is this stupid religion? If I was lied to, this is not religion of peace. Oh, my hair free away from Allah. The religion of pieces. Let's see what else this donkey has to say.
ليس لأنني أقول ذلك بل هي البشارة. لن تقوم الساعة حتى تقاتلوا اليهود فتقتلونهم ولو اختبأ اليهودي، ده رواية أخرى من رواية الحديث، خلف حجر أو شجر نادى الحجر والشجر يا مسلم يا عبد الله هذا يهودي ورائي فتعال فاقتل إلا شجر الغرقد فإنه من شجر اليهود وقد بلغني والله أعلم بالحال.
Growing up, I was actually taught that the Jewish people were actually going around planting gargat trees so they could hide behind it. Because they taught that they actually believed that this hadith was actually going to happen, that there was going to be this fight, and then they needed to plant these gargat trees for self-defense.
أنهم يكثرون من زراعة هذا الشجر الآن. أما أنتم يا يهود لعنة الله عليكم، لعنة الله عليكم يا من أجدادكم القردة والخنازير. أما أنتم يا يهود زرعتم غلا في قلوبنا، بل ورثناه أولادنا وأحفادنا.
So that ending like drama much? It's like all of a sudden, like where did that come from? Calm down, bro. I know you think it's that serious. It really ain't that serious. Anyways, that's Islam for you. Okay, that is Islam. You saw the hadiths, you know, one of the hadiths that talked about how you're not supposed to even say hi, give the salam to a Christian, and then how you're supposed to push the Jews and Christians to the narrowest, you know, just push them away. Just they ain't worth it, you know. This is whole part of the whole dhimmi thing, where if you're a second-class citizen in an Islamic world, and it ain't really cool at all. So there's that. But this is what Islam teaches: hate. It brews hate in the heart. It makes you dramatic, like that weirdo at the end. Like, dang. But I want to show how different Christianity is. See, in Islam, there's no such thing as the Beatitudes. That's not a thing. One of the very first things I read as a Christian, I read as a Christian. After I became Muslim, I read, but one of the things that actually hit me, the first things that hit me was the Beatitudes, and how it talks about, as it reads, blessed are the poor. This is Matthew chapter 5, if you're not familiar. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Where's the Quran in that? That doesn't teach what the poor in spirit is. It teaches you to be self-righteous and look down on others, not have a poor in spirit personality. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. There's no comfort in Islam. There's hatred in Islam. There's looking down even on your fellow Muslim in Islam. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meekness is viewed as a weakness in Islam. There's no meekness. Muhammad wasn't meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. For them, in order for them to be righteous, is to go, or like what the Quran says and the Hadith say, go and be, you know? Because Allah bought you, okay? And this is what you have to do from now on. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. There is no mercy in Islam. There's not even a mercy in the Quran. Allah does not teach that He's merciful. He hates the polytheists, the Jews, the Christians, and the hypocrites. You know who the hypocrites are? Other Muslims that don't practice exactly what they're told. Hypocrites are those who question Islam and they're like, and I don't know so much about like that. Let's see what else it says that is totally foreign to the Islamic faith. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Astaghfirullah, see God. But what pure in heart? Blessed are the peacemakers. Show me one. Muhammad, a peacemaker? Look what's going on, peacemakers. You heard, big dog? Peacemaker? my goodness, for they shall be sons of God. Allah is a son of nobody. Astaghfirullah, I spit. Like this. So, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. There's none of that. They have a fake idea, an evil idea of what martyrdom is. But I'm going to read verse 13. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. Verse 14. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Not go and fight them, not go and humiliate them, not go and make them dhimmis and make them pay a humiliation tax. No, this is Christianity. This is what the actual creator of the universe, the actual God who has mercy, that's what he's taught us. There's no hatred. Christians have no business hating on anybody because we too used to be unforgiven sinners. We too were also outside. And the only difference between us and an unbeliever is the fact that we're just saved sinners. There's no room for the self-righteousness like there is in Islam. There's no room for the hatred for the other person and wanting to humiliate them like there is in Islam and what it's taught. And it doesn't matter whether you be a Muslim. So I have a beef with Islam, not the Muslim person. I love the Muslim person. I hate the religion that's brainwashing them, that's causing them to believe such evil things. That's what I hate, not the Muslim. If I hated the Muslim, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I would just let them be the way that they are. I wouldn't care. I would live my best life now, not dealing with what Muslims have to say. I know the punishment of leaving Islam, and yet here I am anyways. Why? Because I care about the Muslim person. I care about the state of their soul. Islam teaches hate. Christianity teaches love and compassion. Leave Islam and come to Jesus. Peace and grace.